How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here today in Mount Hood, or at Mount Hood. I kind of forget what the name of the wilderness is that it's in, but I parked at the Timberline Lodge, and I'm currently on the Pacific Crest Trail heading north, but I'm going to get off of that trail as soon as I get to the Timberline Trail, and from there I will go around Mount Hood. I think it's about 40 miles, a little over 40 miles. So it's going to be a 2.5 day hike. I'm looking forward to this one, so stay tuned. Should be a good time. Hopefully that's not an issue, but it's pretty late in the season. It was pretty warm out, so the rivers, you know, from like a day-to-day basis, and I'm not speaking from experience here, I'm just pulling this out of my ass, are probably a little bit higher just because it's hot out. But we'll find out. When I was researching this hike, I didn't do a ton of research. I just kind of heard it was a good hike and went for it. But one of the things I was reading was it's better to go clockwise, and I'm going counterclockwise because I don't know why I picked counterclockwise. I think for whatever reason it just looked better to me. But one of the reasons to go clockwise, according to one of the blogs I was reading, was because you'll get the bigger of the river crossings out of the way on day one, and two, if you're expecting some weather, the weather typically will stay on the west side of the mountain unless it's just like unless it's like a complete washout. It'll stay on the west side of the mountain. So from where I parked, Timberline Lodge, the first like day and a half or so would be the west side of the mountain, so you'd have the second half of the trip to kind of dry out and you wouldn't have any more big river crossings. But for whatever reason I wanted to go counterclockwise. I think the deciding factor for me was rather than start on an uphill and end on an uphill, I'm starting on a downhill, and I'll end on, I don't actually think it's like much of a downhill, I think it's mostly flat, but the climb out of here going the other way, it wouldn't be a crazy climb. It seems relatively mellow, but it's kind of long. Yeah, and when I'm really just looking to get back, I'd rather just do this at the beginning of the hike, so that's why I picked counterclockwise. But it's pretty cool so far, so we'll update you when I got something else. Don't really have much to say. I just wanted to show you this waterfall that's right behind me. I plan on stopping right up here to eat a sandwich, but I thought that waterfall was cool, so we'll get back with you in a minute. hiking along, and I look over that way, and well, it's like right behind that tree now, but I'm pretty sure that's Mount Adams, and that's pretty far away. Mount Adams is pretty far away. I think that's like, you know, if you just go like straight north, I think that's halfway between here and Seattle, maybe a little closer to here, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of probably just making that up. Really cool up here, and there's some pretty epic views. Damn. I did have a specific campsite I was going to try and get to today to get the mileage in, and I'm not that far from it, but if it looks like I'm going above tree line and would be camping above tree line, I think I'm gonna probably stop short. I would still hit my 10-mile mark or 10-mile goal, but just be slightly sheltered in the trees. So gonna check Gaia, see where I'm at for mileage, and make a decision from there. So we'll update you when we figure it out. Oh yeah, it looks like that'll show up. I was worried that wouldn't show up on the GoPro. That is something to see. Man, this hike is something else, man. Yeah, still looking for camp. I've gone past my original stopping point, and there was somebody at my backup stopping point. So I kept going, but I kind of wanted to anyway. This is awesome. Get a little night hiking in. I don't want to get to camp. Holy crap. Too late. But I'm kind of enjoying this, so as long as I can see and, you know, follow the trail, I'm probably going to keep hiking just till I find a camp spot, which has kind of been the name of the game for a while now. But I'm kind of glad I didn't I'm kind of glad I didn't really have an opportunity to stop sooner. I think that's the camp spot. That was my next one. There's water right there. Man. This might be home. I'm gonna look at the map. I was just saying I'm kind of like ready to keep going for a little bit, but there's water here. There's a good flat spot. So might seize this opportunity. I'm gonna get the map out and see what the deal is. and if I set up my tent, I'm staying here. So alright guys, this is my setup. It's kind of hard to see how awesome of a spot it is, but I can assure you it's pretty crazy, and we'll get a better view of it in the morning. I wonder. Yeah, it's clouding over pretty good, but even still, it's pretty crazy spot. So I'm just going to finish getting set up. I'm going to cook some dinner and call it a night. Oh boy. Trying to get my headlamp on the GoPro here, but apparently it's more difficult than I thought. But what I can do is that, even though that's pretty much blinding me. So anyway, I got camp set up. I'm hanging out in my tent, got some ramen going. It's really friggin' hot. I didn't really eat too much today, so I got 2 packs, and I got about half a pack that wouldn't fit in the pot, and I'm probably, once there's enough room in here, I'm probably just going to throw the noodles in there and let them just kind of soak. It'd be like, you know, get a little crunch in your ramen. I'm gonna let that cool down for a minute. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome hike. I'm really glad I did it. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but I was looking at Gaia, and I think it says my brain's not functioning for some reason. Depending on where I look, Gaia says it's a 10 to 11,500 foot total gain for the loop. So I'm going to say 11.5, just because I'd rather, you know, expect that and have it be less than expect less and have it be more. Not that I would ever really know other than looking at the GPS, but yeah, I did 4,000 of it today, which, I mean, it's a little more than a third, but roughly a third for about a quarter of the mileage. So yeah, maybe when I'm done eating, I might actually kind of plot the whole route in Gaia and see what it says. But yeah, where I'm camped is pretty awesome. It's cooled off a little bit. It's not like cold out. For some reason, I'm actually kind of cold right now, but it's not like cold out. So I think just sitting on the ground, the cold ground. But once I get some warm food in me and get kind of set up in bed, it should warm up. So yeah, it's been a great hike. I'm going to finish my dinner, then pretty much call it a day. Do a little reading. And yeah, get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be good. Do a bigger day tomorrow. I did a little over 11 today. Tomorrow, if I do over 15, that means day 3 will be less than 15. As long as I do 15 or more tomorrow, day 3 will be less than 15. And that's kind of the plan. I'd like day 3 to be a little bit quicker. I'd like it to be like 48 hours for the whole loop. And it's fine if not. It's just a long drive home, so I don't want to get back to my car at like 5 or 6 and then still have a 4-hour drive home. So that's the only reason for that. But I did take Tuesday off, so if I do get home late, it's not a big deal. I just would rather not. So anyway, gonna finish eating and call it a night. So we'll see you in the morning.